Hey YouTube, welcome back. I'm Jesse Rebirth for any first time viewers, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We got a body, we got a head, and we got a suit. As you can tell, it's a blue suit, and you probably wonder why I got all these Batmans here in front of me. We're going to be doing a Kitbash Bruce Wayne. So it's basically a generic body with a Ben Affleck head sculpt, and then it's going to be a blue suit. There's been a couple different places you could get them. I got the body and the head off of 16kit.com, and I got the suit off of eBay. It's just how it all kind of worked out. You'll see here's most of the Hot Toys Batmans that have been released for Ben Affleck. We're only missing the chrome one out here. If you check my other videos, he's there and everything. I just didn't feel like moving the figures in front of him to get him out, just because there's so many, and one extra one would have thrown it off, because you know they work so well like this. Soon, this box is heavy as hell. We'll be opening this. I've had this thing sitting around for a couple months now. Ever since the world went on lockdown, you think I would be getting a lot of videos done. I am actually behind on videos now. It's just because I usually work so much that I don't have time for the projects that Karen and I usually do. And now that I haven't been working so much, I've really been pouring myself into those projects. Basically sanding and spraying and sanding and spraying over and over and over again. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but it's been hours of every day of sanding, and that progress will be coming soon. But I had to get some of these videos caught up. If you've seen recently, I did the Final Fantasy VII Cloud statue. Now, one thing I'd like to clear up for a lot of people, I've been seeing in the comments a lot, people are saying that the head sculpt is completely off. I do feel like I probably should not have put remake in the title, because he is not a Final Fantasy VII remake statue. If you've seen the Tifa from Econ Studios 2, she's old school Tifa. She's just done in their style. And that's how their Sephiroth will be. That's how their Vincent will be. I've seen them tease a remake Tifa statue, but that Cloud was not of the remake. He is their own design, their own thing. I think a lot of people could not tell that, even though it's blatantly obvious. But anyway, back onto this. Ben Affleck is my Batman. He will always be my Batman, and in fact, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, I thought that was the best part of the movie, was at the very end during the credit. Well, Ben Affleck's little thing he talked about in it was really good, but at the end when he said, Affleck, you were the bomb as Batman, and then they said Batfleck, Mike motherfucker. That was the best part of the movie. But right here, you can see our Ben Afflecks. And let's go ahead and put together this Ben Affleck. Alright, so we got this gang hood body, I believe it was called. I also have this old Hot Toys generic body, just in case it's not going to go correctly. I mean, that kind of looks like the build of Ben Affleck in the movie slightly. But I think this body is supposed to be kind of buff. I also think that it has a genitalia on it, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. This is definitely a larger body. Gang hood. I was correct. I have had this thing sitting around for months. I mean, I have lost this suit multiple times, and we had to re-find it multiple times. And I finally told Karen it was just time to get this one up, get it filmed, have it be part of the collection. So, oh, that's kind of cool. So we got this buff body, which, I mean, hopefully this will all fit in this suit. But if you want him to be even buffer, I guess you just have to open these little leg things up. You can slap it right there. His leg automatically just got a lot thicker. So this is literally, I mean, this looks like a body you would probably use with Bane. Maybe not this Bruce Wayne, but we'll find out. It's a lot bigger, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm worried about, I definitely am down to use it. I'm just worried about it not fitting inside the clothes is the only thing. You know what this would actually look really good for? Would be like an Arkham Knight Bruce Wayne. That would be cool. Let's go ahead. We'll put both thighs on and we'll just find out. Alright. So we got a body right there. We also got this one that we might have to end up using. He is missing an ankle joint, which I know would be in my Hot Toys spare parts. So this would be the alternate Bruce Wayne head. They had two of them. You can tell this one has the neck, the extra neck, and he came with the cape and the undercowl piece. Damn, that's a good looking head. I think they're slightly different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little smaller.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's meant to be on a body, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll try the suit on this body first. We'll definitely try it. Let's go ahead and pop our feet off. I do not know if those are going to come out very easily. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's check out what we got here. Got our boots. Got our suit. We got our pants with our belt.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I wanted to start this video out with showing Ben Affleck in this suit as Bruce Wayne, that part of the movie. But I didn't talk about it in the video because I was already all systems go to post it when this happened. But when I was making the video for him, I showed a tiny little sequence of, you know what, we're going to just put it on this Hot Toy body. Because I feel like this body looks big for like a Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're going to have troubles the whole way through trying to get everything to fit. But I tried to do just a little tiny video portion and it was immediately flagged by Warner Brothers, so I just had to remove it and get the video up that day anyway because I had already promised it would come out that day. You can see how it's already pretty tight on the leg. So this body will definitely be the right size for our Bruce. Yeah, so I don't know how sometimes people will... Dude, the whole time I didn't just play the movie. I was talking over it. There was no audio from it. But yeah, I was flagged immediately. So I wasn't even going to try it with this one. Cool. You know what, though?
That's a candy shirt.
Yeah. So we'll leave his pants open. We got 3 little buttons that'll hold our suit jacket shut. Got a little tie. It's actually a little tie. You know what? We might run into a problem Because we don't have a joint up here for the head at the moment. We'll just borrow this one. That should work. You know, I think we'll just have to come to that bridge when we come to it. Oh yeah, this body would have been way too big for, you can see how it's fitting this body tight. See that?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we could have got this over that body. That body is definitely cool though. I will give it that. We'll use it for something else. You know, that would make a good like comic style Batman figure. Alright, you can see the suit fits really well. Looks good. This is, I'm not exactly sure which Hot Toys body this is. It's old. It's around the time when Indiana Jones, that figure came out. Because this body, I had all the pieces to Kitbash, another Indiana Jones, and I hadn't got around to it. And then I ended up selling those pieces. This is back when I would still sell things here and there. Make rash decisions to sell something. I still will empty off a couple things here and there, but for the most part, I only buy things I know that are going to have longevity for me now. It's one of the main reasons I quit buying sideshow statues, because I would say the main thing I've sold in the last couple years have just been my sideshow statues. Oh, and I plan on getting rid of some The Force Awakens Stormtroopers. They were technically bought before the movie ever came out. I had a bunch of The Force Awakens toys on pre-order before the movie came out, and then after the movie came out that same night, I seen it. I came home and dumped every single pre-order I had. Got rid of it. The Stormtroopers, though, were paid on eBay, and there's no way to go back on that one. So I still have them. I think they look cool, but I have no use for them. I have a bunch of the original trilogy figures. And I dig that Hot Toys finally put out a Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike for the Mandalorian, but I'm just kind of shocked that it wasn't Return of the Jedi, but I get it. I get that the Mandalorian is popping right now and it's what's hot. And if they could capitalize on it, you know, that's good for them. I would do the deluxe Baby and Mandalorian figure. I thought the series was good. It wasn't, it had Karen and I wanting to watch every episode of it and like finish it. But it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it holds the same importance to me as the older movies do. But I think it's the best thing to come out of Star Wars since Rogue One. And it'll probably be the last thing of Star Wars I really pay attention to unless, well, when Season 2 comes out too, I'll watch that. But I know I'm kind of dropping a lot of Star Wars opinions in a Batman-themed video. But the thing is kind of on the Hot Toys discussion. All right. So, there we go with that. Go ahead and put our tie all the way on. This reminds me, and it's so cool because it reminds me of the early days of being a Hot Toys collector, when they would give you so much that you could almost make a second figure with the parts you had. Everyone would be buying extra bodies. The Michael Jackson Bad, that's exactly what I did for that. Did it for the Michael Jackson Thriller. Did it for the Joker. I mean, it was like you knew that's what they were even trying to get you to do, because they would drop a body. Like they had the Obama style head on that one body that was perfect for the Michael Jackson Thriller piece. They would just have like these actors' heads that they didn't have the likeness to or whoever for those bodies, but not claim that's who it was. But nowadays the game has changed. You can basically get any head sculpt you want. You can get anything you want as long as you're willing to commission it or pay for it. It would have been cool if you came with some socks. I would have really tied this whole thing together. Alright, so we had a hard time getting these out of the feet. I'm going to have a hard time getting these into these shoes. Oh, there we go. Goes in a little easier than I thought it would. And I will say, I had seen this sitting around for a long time on the web. There we go. There we go. Looking very cool. We got just our neutral hands. I would like to eventually give him like a grasping hand. Maybe we have one. Not quite. I was gonna have him hold the Batfleck battering in it. I know we have some in the room, but I wonder if we can kind of pop. No, those would go over your vest. Have to go through all this again. Yeah, it's because if I jam it in there, this we kind of need a bigger spacer, it feels like, between his neck and his head. Let me see some. That body feels too small for him, huh? The only thing is the clothes fit it. You know? All right, so I'll spare you guys the details. But after seeing how short he looks compared with this one, which it makes sense, this head is much larger than this head. So this head is definitely meant for a normal sized body. But we tried to put the suit onto this body, and I mean, it was like he was stuffed in there. It broke the top button. I glued it together. This suit was made for a normal sized 1/6 scale body, and the head is definitely much smaller, which means, you know, it's meant to be on more of a normal size 1/6 scale body. I think the only time you'd really notice it looked weird at first, the only reason I noticed is because I had these two next to each other, but this Batman body is so ridiculously big, which it makes sense. Ben Affleck is a really big guy. We have the life cast of Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. You could fit my whole head inside of Ben Affleck's head, and Henry Cavill. You could fit his whole head inside of Ben Affleck's head. I mean, he is a big guy. He's like 6'4". He's got a big noggin. But you can see here, the suit, it does look really nice. It looks cool. I dig it. All sides of it. You can see all these little details on the back. His little vest strap, and his shoes are nice. And I think the head sculpt is actually really nice too. We're going to have to put a different pin in there. We'll get the one that is meant for Hot Toys. But we definitely have a really cool depiction of Ben Affleck at the very beginning of BVS. Ben Affleck is my Batman. You could tell me he's not your Batman all you want. I really don't care if you don't like him or not. I've heard it for the last 3 years, and it's funny because everyone's starting to come around now that BVS was a masterpiece. It's becoming a cult classic. It's sold more Blu-rays than almost any other movie. I mean, BVS is a killer movie, and I still hold it up there as one of my favorites. Every time I say that, though, I get people who are just like, how could you like that? How could you that? Because I do. That's all there is to it. Let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know if you have a Ben Affleck. Let me know what body you put yours on. And you know what? I invite you. Let me know what you think about BVS. Just because I'm always open for discussion. I just hear it so often that I like to hear real reasons people like or dislike it than the normal ones I always hear. I'm definitely in for the Zack Snyder Justice League. Release the Snyder Cut. But until that actually happens, I mean, I'm still holding out hope. But we still got cool collectibles from the Zack Snyder verse. And this one's definitely awesome. I dig him. He looks small when you compare him to these other Batmans, but these other Batmans are such monstrous Hot Toys that even when you get the sideshow Batman next to them, he just looks puny. He looks tiny. I really would like Hot Toys to do a 1/4 scale Batman. I think they should. I think it's ridiculous that they didn't, but who knows? We'll see. They might not think it's a moneymaker for them anymore, even though everything BVS they've done is sold out. And I'm sure this guy will eventually sell out too. I've seen pictures of him. He looks killer. He looks awesome, but we'll get in soon and we'll find out for ourselves. But until then, I hope everyone has a good day. I hope everyone's staying safe out there. I hope, hope you're enjoying yourselves. But as always, remember, keep buying toys.